You, in particular, are going to suffer a worse harm, as it's so. See, because you failed, it's not actually going to say its name here, so that Devil's Bargain does not come into effect right now.
Oh, okay.
But if you push onwards and insist on it speaking its name, then that will still come into effect. See what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So you've failed, and it lashes out using Lan's hand and slaps you across the face as you try to command it. And so you're going to take level 1 harm of backhanded, and you will have a reduced effect moving forward, unless you want to resist that as well. And it says, "You are not worthy of my name."
Okay, so...
your petty command means nothing in the face of greatness.
Okay. So, yeah, I will try and resist, so that that costs a stress or 2 automatically, and then I roll? Or how does that work?
So the way that works is, you can... This is a physical effect, so you'd be rolling on prowess to resist. You just click on that die. And if you want to resist, if you get whatever you roll, you have 1 die. You're going to subtract that number from 6. It's going to do all the math for you, and then you're going to take that much stress. So you can either have, bitch slapped, backhanded as a level 1 harm, or you can try resisting it and take between 0 and 5 stress.
Okay. I guess I don't know if it's. I just don't want I don't mind taking the harm. I just. But the -1 going forward seems like it could compound the issue badly. So I guess I will go ahead and resist and see how much stress I take.
Okay.
So
0 stress.
Ha!
You take nothing. So how does this look? Does the blow even land? Yeah. What happens? Len reaches out with his hand to smack you across the face, and what happens?
I think that it does. I think that it does connect, but Farouk doesn't even feel it. He's saying the spirit is saying that he's not worthy, and his response is. Before you is just a vessel. I am the instrument of Dianara's will. You cannot resist me.
So do you take this? Do you step out of the way, or do you take the slap and just does nothing?
So I just take it.
Nice. You take it. You don't even blink.
Yeah. It is a matter of the flesh, of no consequence.
Okay. Are you going to push on in a desperate situation, or are you going to move away from trying to force it to say its name?
Yeah, I think I'm going to move on. I'm at this point, I do want to, I'd love to just command it, but it seems like a more subtle hand is going to be required. So,
Zing, what do you think about all of this?
Yes.
Well, I've been bored for a lot of time, but my mood seems to rise a bit right now. I think this is interesting, and I think I have a solution for this. So I'll step forward and talk to the whatever it is. So, you tell us you are of such a greatness that we low creatures are not worthy of knowing your name. Did I understand that right?
And Lan's head nods once sharply.
Well, I could both give us an experience that might be interesting. Even for you. You can be the first one to step on a new, unknown land. And everything
And
could be on the other
Lan's
side.
head turns sideways sharply and overly quick, inhumanly quick, and is looking at you with eyes that do not belong to Lan. That you can see, like, an almost fire burning beyond them.
That's so creepy.
So,
what do you say?
Well,
I say this.
I try to vaporize my new spiritual drug that should make him a bit more happy with the situation. If it works like it should work in theory, but...
Okay, so you're gonna roll a tinker to see if this works as you intended. What is your intended result? What do you want to have happen with this?
Well, it should give the spirit a slight euphoria and make it a bit more how should I say it?
Compliant.
Cooperative.
Cooperative? Okay. So this is not the anti-possession drug, this is something
different.
Okay.
I also have
spirit drug.
Yes.
Gotcha. So it's gonna make it more compliant. Okay, so you just is this like a powder that you blow in Lan's face? Is this like a gas
a liquid
that you
can
uncork?
vaporize?
Okay, how do you vaporize it? Like,
I might just have it in my sleeve and might just pull it up quick and.
Okay, so you have like a device up your sleeve that will vaporize these drugs.
I think that's a good idea. Yeah, I like it.
Okay. That sounds like it's a some type of, that would also be a piece of equipment, but you've got plenty. Go for it. You. Let me see if you have something similar to that on your sheet here. I think that would fall under blowgun and darts or syringes, like that kind of thing. Or no, an unusual weapon. That's what that is. Yes.
Okay.
Fantastic. I love it. Your unusual weapon is an aerosol vaporizer. Lovely. Okay. So yeah, this is going to be you spray this aerosol right into Lan's face. Roll your tinker to see how well it does what you think it's going to do.
Okay.
This is risky. There is a chance that you could actually hurt Lan in doing this. You've never tested this before, as with all of your drugs. So it may result in harm to him as well as, or either instead of or in addition to your expected result.
Yes.
So yeah.
So
beautiful.
I have to roll how many?
So you can click the little D20 next to Tinker, and it will roll 2 dice for you.
Okay.
If you want to spend a stress and a coin from the only coins you have are from the crew, to get help from your apprentice, you could do a small flashback to having Victor assist you with this, or you can spend two stress to push yourself, or anything like that.
I think flashback is cool.
Okay, so it's gonna cost you a stress. and it's going to also cost you 1 coin from the basically you're doing a downtime action in a flashback to make this drug, and so but Victor's helping you, so you get an extra die to do it.
Her precious coin.
So should I tell what happened? So
you click on the on your character sheet, click on the little die.
Yeah.
And then when it says extras, put a 1 in there, and then we'll see what happens, and that'll tell us how it goes.
Wait. Well, I just put it a 3 in there for the time being, and then put it back.
No, just click it, and then it will give you a.
Leave it at 2, and you click it, and it'll give you a way to bump it up. It'll give you a way to add extras to it.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Sure. Then.
Nice. That is a crit. That is not only a 6, that is 2 6s. If you mouse over that little box that says you rolled a 6, you'll see there are 2 6s in there. That is super duper duper good. You are...
Nothing else was suspected.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Fantastic. So you have made a amazingly strong version of this. So instead of having a normal effect, it has an enhanced effect. So instead of just being more compliant, this is also going to weaken its hold on land, and I'm going to take away 1 from the possessive influence clock.
Sweet.
So, yeah, that's really, really good. Sweet. Yeah, you do it. You've successfully made it more willing to work with you guys. What do you do now?
So, how does it feel to be on the other side that is new and full of wonders?
And starry-eyed now with this drug, the being possessing Len looks around the room and that you have prepared for it with new eyes, and says, "Yes, this is something that we can work with. Yes. What do you want from me?"
Well, I was so excited about this. What did we guys actually want?
Well, okay, so speaking out of character, we want to be able to access the area beyond safely, and perhaps put this thing to use.
Yeah, I mean, I'd totally be for coexisting.
Yeah. Maybe we can convince it.
Unless it's part of my parents' religion, then I would be against it.
Maybe we can.
I think that's something you could definitely sense, since it's in you. No, it's not part of your parents' religion.
And then I would be fine with coexisting.
So maybe we can convince it to try and, on like an ongoing basis, attempt to influence travelers across the bridge to come to the temple. And, you know.
Okay. How are you going to try?
I mean, it would explain why we got 1D2 command and sway on sight.
Yeah, definitely. That definitely would be that. Are you, Farouk? Are you going to try to convince it to do this?
Sure. We still don't know what it is. I think that they'll say, now you have tasted of the mother's glory. and it is your turn to pay back what you have been given.
I look to you. I am not your mother.
Hush! I entreat you. Bring more to us, so that together we will achieve the reign of Dianara on Earth. And I will go ahead and attempt to attune, and I think I'm just going to push rather than involving us in more bargains.
So bargains are my favorite part.
Well, I mean,
because of Zig, Chaos Bringer's fantastic crit, you guys are actually in a dominant position right now to convince it of whatever you want to convince it of. So if you mess this up, it's not going to be terrible. But yeah, so go ahead and roll and push yourself for an extra die.
Okay, so that's 2 stress to do that. And we'll definitely be doing plenty of doubles bargains going forward, don't worry.
Yeah, so yeah, mark your 2 stress. There you go.
Okay. And then that's...
And this is also addressing a tough challenge with power or arcane power or knowledge. In fact, you did that once before already, so if you want to put 2 playbook advancements, we should be marking those as they happen. I'm trying to go back and remember them real quick.
What are playbook advancements?
And where are they marked?
On the playbook page, each of you has, it says mark XP when you roll a desperate action, and then there's a blank space that I filled in. Each of you has a different one, and then it says at the end of session. So anytime you roll a desperate action, you're going to mark a playbook, you're going to mark an advance for whatever category that action is under, which is what I had you do earlier, Lan, when you rolled a desperate desperately and you marked the resolve. And so Farouk should have 2 playbook advances, because those are for using knowledge or arcane power. And also, Zigd, you should mark 1 playbook advance for addressing a tough challenge with technical skill or chaos.
Okay. So I see the thing where it says mark XP when you do these things. I don't see a box for marking it, though.
Directly under where your special abilities are at, there it says playbook advancements. 0 out of 8.
Oh, I see.
So I have 0 out of 8, but I have 1 out of 6 in resolve, right? Does that
correct?
Is that
that's how you should look. Zig, you should have 1 out of 8, and Farouk should have 2 out of 8.
Okay. And then it's a tune with one extra die.
Yes.
Okay. All right.
I'll mark it for you. Mark.
Okay.
Alright, what did you get?
So I got a 6, but not a crit.
6, but not a crit? Okay, that's still good, you do it. You have successfully convinced this, whatever it is, not a spirit, that is currently possessing land, that it will not block you, and it will help you out with getting people who cross the bridge to convert to your religion.
Okay, and in the process of this, wearing the spirit mask, can I get some sort of feel of what sort of entity it is?
Oh, right. I apologize. You said you were doing that earlier. Roll a study for me, but this is not an action roll. This is a fate, a die of fate, basically. The fortune roll, which is where there's no consequence for you getting it wrong, and just how well you roll tells us how much information you're gonna get.
Okay.
So you just roll a study. Okay, so on a 4, mixed outcome, limited effect. So I would say this is, this intrigues you. Whatever this thing is, it's not a spirit, it's not a demon, it's something else. You can, basically, you can tick off all of the supernatural stuff that you're familiar with, and it's not that, not that, not that, not that.
Nice.
So whatever kind of devil this is, devil being the generic term for anything supernatural, it's not a spirit, it's not a demon, it's not a ghost, but you don't know what it is. You can tell what it's not.
Okay. And we have set it to influence passersby.
Yep. So you guys have successfully completed a score, and part of this was that Lan would get unpossessed when you were done. So as that's part of the agreement that you guys set forward. I'm not going to make you roll on that. Lan, its oily presence slips back out of your mind, and you can feel it slowly. But you know there's still a tiny shred of influence over you, even as it leaves your body.
That surely can't get us in trouble in the future.
Oh, sure, no. So if you want to look at player reference 2, you'll see the payoff. So on page load. Did it show to you guys when I clicked the button?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, good. I wasn't sure because my rule 20 is being
I
weird.
think the first letter is on the left, though. At least I am.
Good. Yeah, well, that's because I... don't worry about it. Because those letters aren't important.
We get coin.
So the score yields 1 rep per tier of the target, and coin reward based on the nature of the operation. You guys weren't actually going up against a target that could provide you with reputation, so you guys don't actually get any reputation from this endeavor. But I will say that as you clear out the under pillars, you do find some stuff that you can sell and for coin and make some money, some small profit. You're gonna get 4 coin total, which you can assign and divvy up however you want. This is like old paintings or like a tapestry, stuff like that you manage to find hidden in the bowels of your base by clearing it out. Not a lot, but it's better than nothing.
Well, Mark, you were most prescient in investing a coin in into that roll before. That was well worth it.
True.
Think so?
So you can either each one of you take 1 coin and put 1 coin into the coffers of the cult. You can put 3 coins in the coffers of the cult and only give 1 coin to one other person. But it's entirely up to you guys how you want to split up this money.
Well, I'm totally devoted to Farouk, so I don't need anything for myself.
Well, your devotion is most appreciated, particularly in allowing this entity to take embodiment. I think that you should, in fact, have a coin.
If you don't need it, you can give it to me. I mean, would it be without my glorious invention? Well, I'm not going to. I'm not going to think about what is going to happen. It would be ugly, utterly ugly. But that's why I'm here, right? And I do, unfortunately, need money to do my job here. No. Saving you people.
Let us each take a coin, and one shall be put in the vault towards further endeavors.
Okay.
Alan says, sure. And then, he still puts his coin in the vault anyway.
Okay.
Okay, so you're gonna put your coin in with the cult? Okay. So the cult now has 3 coins, Len has 0, and Farouk and Chaos Bringer each have 1.
Lan
Cool.
just like, yeah, okay, if you say so, but he just feels so uncomfortable holding the money, like, he shouldn't be trusted with anything as important as money.
Okay. So
Hilarious. I'm going to take all the money from the cult if I need it. Anyway, so...
True.
I mean, sure, if he needs it for something for the cult, sure.
Yeah.
But
Next
not
By
just
anything
for
I
himself.
do not be for the cult. What do you think of me?
What are you thinking? So you guys are only going to take 1 heat from this. It was smooth and quiet with low exposure. There was no high-profile or well-connected target. Nobody died. You were not on hostile turf, and you're not at war. So you've got one heat as this has it's pretty much impossible to not take any heat on a job. But definitely, there's now rumors flying around about some weird force as you cross this bridge. So that's definitely happening. So I get to roll a d6 to see what kind of entanglements you have gotten from this. 1. Gang trouble. One of your gangs or other cohort is causing trouble due to their flaws. Lose face. Make an example of one of the members, or face reprisals from the wronged party. Alright, so your savage adepts have done something.
Of course I did.
What did
They haven't reacted well to random people starting to just wander into the shroud.
I think what happens is a homeless man had wandered into your sanctuary looking for a place to stay the night, and one of your adepts none of the 2 that you've named already, a brutish man that goes by TikTok.
He's a little TikTok.
Yeah, a brutish man named TikTok is the one to confront this this homeless person, and basically brutally beats him for for not doing the proper devotions before curling up on one of the pews and going to sleep. And
I was not there. Damn it.
Yeah.
I would have done much better.
You would have given him some weird concoction, right? That would turn his face blue.
I would
As you
take
do,
him
right?
in, he could sleep, and I could try helping him sleep with one of my wonderful potions.
So
Forever.
you guys can make an example out of TikTok, or because you do not have you don't have any rep to lose. So you either need to make an example out of TikTok for this, or you're going to take a hit with your rep with the Weeping Lady.
We already have a bad rep with her.
You already have a bad rep. This is making it worse. If you keep going this way, they may declare war on you, which would kind of be terrible.
So
Well,
many
they're a
ways.
tier 3 gang, and you guys are a tier 0 gang.
Yeah, I think we should make an example.
Yeah, we need to keep our followers in line.
the tier. What does determine the tier?
So, the tier is basically like the size and influence of a gang. You guys are literally 8 people. Which is Len, Zig, and Farouk. And then TikTok, Victor, Elizabeth, and 2 other people. So
No.
they are a tier 3 gang is gonna be like 80 or 90 people.
Yeah, and if you take them down, everybody will recognize us.
Well, it's better to take them down if they didn't take us down first.
But we shall do so in time.
Take them down.
I got everything prepared for a nice war. And I need
Everything is ready.
a test possible opportunity for a long time.
If you want to have test opportunities for, you need to be alive to perform the tests. So I suggest we make an example out of TikTok.
Fine,
I'm fine with starting a war, just, a little late.
Fine, but only if I can use him as a test opportunity.
Oh, that would
that could be how you
definitely-
take an example of him.
Yeah, definitely.
Alright.
Yourself out.
What do you do to him?
That's our punishment. We'll give you to Zing.
What happens to him as you do an experiment on him as his punishment?
Well, I might have tried out if it is possible for a human to liquefy itself and to get liquid if he wants to and get back to normal shape. By will. I have no idea if that actually works, but...
Okay, so he's currently
Promise.
liquefied, but he's still alive. You're just not sure how to reconstitute him just yet.
Can he talk as being a liquid?
He can scream.
He burbles a bit.
Yeah, that's kind of weird and gross. Okay.
It's definitely strange.
I talk to him once a day, giving him all the nutrition he needs, and talking to him that he should finally get himself together, and that's...
TikTok, the screaming liquid.
Yeah, getting him back together is going to be probably a long-term project. We'll work on downtime next time. I think it's a good time to wrap up and do end-of-session experience points. So, at the end of session, if you've expressed your beliefs, drive, heritage, or background, you can mark XP. Or if you've struggled with issues from your vice or trauma, I'm going to give you struggled with your vice or trauma, Sig, for turning one of your friends into a pile of liquid bones. Yeah, you can definitely take an XP for that. End of session XP you can mark wherever you want. You can either give yourself a playbook advance or put it into Insight, Prowess, or Resolve. It's entirely your choice.
What did they do?
So if you fill up your playbook advances, you get 8 playbook advances. Then you get a new special ability from your playbook, or you can choose a veteran advance and take a special ability from somebody else's playbook. Alternatively, if you put it into Insight, Prowess, or Resolve, when you get up to 6 of those, then you get to put another dot under one of the abilities there, whether you already have it or not. You can bump it up to 3 now that you're no longer in character creation, eventually, once you get to bump that up. You have to, as a crew, have the Mastery advance that actually costs 2 advanced thingies in order to be able to get up to 4 dots in anything. That's the most you can have. So, yeah, it's your choice. Does anybody think that they have expressed their beliefs, drives, or heritage? Lan, I think you definitely did when you were talking about how, as long as this was not one of my parents' religions, that definitely came up. So you can have an experience there. Yeah. Anybody else would like to make does anybody see something that somebody else did that you think qualifies, or did something yourself that you think qualifies?
I think I did address a tough challenge with technical skill or chaos.
We marked that already.
Oh, that's only for playbook then. Or can
that's only for playbook, and that happens at the time when you do it.
Okay.
Liquefying your buddy. That wasn't really a tough challenge. That could have gone a lot of different ways.
Sure.
I mean, if you guys think that he should get it for that as well, there was not really a role involved, so that's why I was saying give it to him at the end as struggling with his vice. Which you can mark as your playbook or not at your choice, but you're only going to get 1 XP for that, whichever way you want to call it. So,
well, I think that what we did was very much in keeping with my vice of consorting with various unwholesome entities. I mean, it did forward the cult rather than just like my own weird stuff. So I don't know if that means it doesn't qualify, but
it doesn't really qualify because there was no real struggle about it. It wasn't something that you were doing instead of what you were supposed to be doing. Unless Lon and Zig think that the deal that was struck, that was Farouk's idea, was not actually that great. So, I think that's up to them.
I don't think so. Maybe something about the fact that we chose to live with this creature, which might, screw us over at some point, rather than just getting rid of it. But
yeah, there's potential fallout, but there isn't like it wasn't obviously something done to that. Will definitely that was definitely not in our interests.
Yeah, I think so. Okay,
so,
and then
go ahead.
Oh, go ahead. No, please. I was going to move on, but it sounded like you had something.
Yeah, does me giving up my coin count as struggling with issues from my vice?
Yes, I think it does, actually. Good call. Yeah, not being willing to take that coin, I think he's definitely struggling with your vice there. Okay, yeah, definitely. Feel that.
I totally want to be a one-man gang.
Now we are going to assign XP to the cult, to the entire Shroud of Ionia. Did you guys advance the agenda of your deity or embody its precepts? I think yes. You have, you've got this thing to work for you.
Oh yeah,
definitely.
Because we're getting more and more people, hopefully, in there. So.
And its precepts of being sinister and alluring, whatever this mysterious spirit is, I think, also. So I'm going to give you 2 for that.
And it is sinister.
Did you improve the quality or quantity of your artifacts and supplicants? I don't think so, not yet. I think that's something you guys are working towards. You've laid the groundwork for it, I guess you could say. Yeah?
Yeah. We're working on quantity, not quality.
True. Well, quantity is definitely one of them as well. But did you bolster your crew's reputation or develop a new one? Yes. What you've done is very
it wasn't
strange.
In line with our reputation.
I liquefied one of our members. I think this is quite strange.
You definitely are strange, and word is getting around about how strange you are. So you've definitely done that.
And our solution to our problem was living together with an unknown entity, and we got to make this happen by making it high. I mean,
yeah,
it's strange.
Yeah, it's true. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and give you 2 for that as well.
Cool.
And did you contend with challenges above your current station? Not really. Whatever this thing was, it's not like on. It's about on par with you guys as far as as far as danger or what have you. So, yeah, that's it's 4 XP for your gang. Nobody leveled up this time, but you're definitely well on your way. If you get that much XP for your gang next time, you'll get a new thing, which is pretty sweet.
Yeah.
Cool.
I really like that we have a finer code library that suits us.
Oh, definitely. I'm excited about this. I'm really looking forward to see where it's going to go. And
Sure.
see when Diana is going to just step down and have a chat with you guys. That's certainly... I see that in your future. So we'll come back to downtime next week.
Cool. Yeah, because I need to get rid of some stress.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, I think we're done here, Brad. If you want to lead us out.
Sure. Well, thank you so much for running, and I'm very much looking forward to how this game plays out. Where can people find you, Kelsa?
Well, you can find me on the internet. You can find me on Twitter at Kelsa, which is pretty easy, or here on Twitch /Kelsa Delphi, or on YouTube if you're watching on YouTube. I'm there as well /Kelsa Delphi. I play in a lot of other people's games. I've put up my little schedule where I am on Fridays playing with AP Gaming Real with a Mistborn adventure game. This week we are going to be playing Alloy of Law Era. We actually have 2 different games running. Whenever one of our main cast is unavailable, we switch to the other game. And so one of our players is unavailable, so we're going to be playing Alloy of Law, which is kind of like Fantasy Wild West, except we're bad guys, sort of. And in the main game, we're definitely bad guys. I love that game. It's so much fun. You can check it out on AP Gaming Real on both YouTube and Twitch if you want to check that out. I also host anybody whose show I'm on, so if you want to follow me on Twitch, you can see who I'm hosting. I also tweet about it all the time. So much. So much tweets. Okay, that's me.
Very cool. Thank you. Hasa, always great to see you. It was cool playing with you rather than having you do the DM thing. I mean, you're definitely excellent at both. If you want to talk about where people can find you, that's awesome. Or if not, then whatever shout out you want to make, feel free.
Well, people can find me here on Wednesdays, and hopefully, next time I'll be playing on a better computer, and then I will finally be able to hang out and chat with you guys as well. So, be cool.
Good deal. And Mark, same deal.
Well, you can find me currently in Berlin, if you're lucky. And, well, of course, if everything's going normally, mid-Wednesday here. And shoutouts, well, hi Mom, and I think that's it.
Alright. So, I guess my own blurb is, if you're watching this, you've already found me on RPGlory on Twitch. If you want to talk to me on Twitter, that's RPGlory DOTCOM.